Got here the ambulance. Now again, as soon as I walk outside of my apartment building, they start with the ambulance. Look what we have down there. Look. Synchronization. Yeah. Synchronization. Okay. Look. What do you got over here? Got New York Fecal Department, the fire trucks, and the ambulance. All right. Right across the street. Look at them. Look at them over there. So what happens to a person when the state becomes the stalkers of an individual? And when the state uses those in the general public to engage in psychological warfare, covert psychological warfare, covert warfare, right? Or those working within the state. So I'll tell you, like I said, they'll use the people that you know, the people that you used to be friends with. And I say used to be friends because they wasn't really your friend. Okay? So, yeah, look at all of that. Okay? Look, another one. Right? So I want you guys to see this. And this time I left my apartment and walked outside, it started with the sirens, right? And then what happened? I guess a lot of ambulance and fire trucks today as usual. And it's a Sunday too. Now, you know, Sunday is usually a calm day, right? Right? You know, Sunday is usually a calm day. So anyway. Again, they think that they can isolate me or get me to self-isolate. But once you understand, you know what's going on. All right, you learn their programming, what they've done to you. Right? Reprogram yourself, deprogram yourself in some aspects, because you won't be able to do it to all. Right? Without some professional help. All right, but you certainly can. And you hear them in the background very low if the mic pick it up. So, taking my kids to the movies today. This is something that they used to do in the past. Whenever I take my kids out, they will engage in a heavy form of targeting. Right? They will engage in a very heavy form of targeting to try to get me to not take the kids to wherever it is we're going. She look horrible. Oh my goodness. There's the Hispanic woman who walking to her car. I don't even think you see her, but she look horrible. Like, damn. So yeah. And this morning too, when my alarm went off this morning, let me tell you, the New York Predator Department driving by using their sirens, again, an attempt to intimidate me into not.
Yeah, I know cutting down, and I said it sounds nice, but it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Right? Not going outside to, or not going out to take the kids out. Right? Those sort of things. Also, as a TI, you should understand that when you document and prove what you are saying, right? Again, if they start threatening you and stuff like that, you record that stuff. Understand that if they passively aggressively attack you, and you go off, you have all the evidence that you need to show exactly what it is that they're doing. Okay? You gotta know the law. Alright, but you gotta know the law. Alright, being able to prove what you say is being done is key. It's important that you're able to you know, logically explain and show and explain what it is that they're doing. Particularly, again, so it's important to use, certain terms, coercive persuasion, right? Not spiritual warfare, right? Covert psychological operations, that affect you negatively, that is meant to affect give you negative outcomes, right? So you got to understand certain terms. And in the law, right? Conspiracy against rights, okay? Conspiracy using the color of law, okay? You got to be able to explain these things, not just in the psychological terms, medical, but also in law and technological, all right? So, like I said, they'll try, but you got to understand the human mindset, human psychology, how people can be manipulated. Okay, and I talked about this before on the show on Netflix called The Program, and I want you to understand how, particularly parents, particularly in today's society, and where parents don't want to raise their children, right? Because they're too busy. And again, it's because we're all being conditioned. We're all being programmed, right? Yeah, we're all being conditioned. We're all being programmed. We got the homeless theme again, right? So this is how they engage. This is what they engage in. So what you see just here is that you see the homeless guy here, white guy. She comes out, he goes to her. He didn't come to me now. He goes to her, and as he's asking her for money, she sticks her thumbs out, right? Now look. I'll tell you how they stick their finger in their ears, right? So I want you to understand how they have many different ethnic groups participating in targeting you. Because again, it's to make it look as if everybody in all these groups are targeting you, and they're not everyone. Okay, so don't fall for that. But it is meant to, so like when you talk about what's going on, you say, all groups. It is meant to, further, give further reason for the labeling, right? For the labeling. Okay, that's what it is meant to do. You got to understand how these cults work, right? Particularly these religious cults, these destructive cults. Okay, and they think that they're affecting you negatively, which they are, but they're also affecting themselves negatively, right? I just saw 2 New York Credit Department officers walking across the street up there. look, he kick his feet out. Again, everything is planned, coordinated. He saw them up there. When they walked across the street, he kicked out his excuse me. So kick his feet out slightly. Right? Everything I talked about. Okay? So like I said, they were always the New York Credit Department and those who work within the credit department, the New York City Police Department, they are predatorial. They are cult leaders, right? Or they belong to a cult, right? Basically, so religious in nature, and again, using religion or doing evil under the guise of religion and good and righteousness. That's a hallmark for religious cults, right? And their members. Always remember that. Okay? So like I said, you're able to prove what it is that you're saying. You need to. This is why, again, you have your cell phone. You get a cell phone, even if it's not, you don't have service, right? It has a camera. And like I said, you can get a cell phone from 5 years ago. It cost you $100, a flagship, right? Just make sure that it's refurbished, right? Which meaning that they, you know, it will operate as if it's brand new, almost brand new, I would say. But it has a decent camera in it that you can record and document, you know, what's being done to you. Okay. And like I said, it doesn't matter what people think because they see you with the phone and you're talking. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are trying to expose what's being done. And if you're able to do that in a way in which they cannot refute, or if they try to refute that, you can say, okay, well, this matches up with coercive persuasion. Okay? And there's plenty of sites out there that talks about coercive persuasion, particularly a lot of sites that deal with cults. Also, the psychological harassment, which goes beyond what other sites don't talk about, which is the fear-based conditioning, the setups, the frameworks, and stuff like that. All these things are being documented, right, on that site. Okay, and you can use examples like the Church of Scientology, right? We see what they've done in terms of with Leah Remini. Go and watch her series on Scientology. Okay, you'll see these people, they employ the same tactics. Right? Because all look, wait, the homeless guy again. As you see me walking, he walking, and as he's getting close to me, he opens his mouth. Anyway, what is this bus doing? I tell you, man, there's something else, man. You know. Yeah, see, usually they'll stop all the way up there. Excuse me. Keep the camera on.